To all sons and daughters of the Republic, what I am about to share with you is a vision of America's future. But it is not my vision. It is a vision from our very first president, George Washington. That's right, George Washington had a vision at Valley Forge, which I want to share with you. Here we go.
Now, I'm going to talk about George Washington. This is in the Library of Congress. I don't know how you'll receive this. I don't know how spiritual you are or are not. But you can look up George Washington's Vision and Prophecy for America. George Washington was probably one of the best human beings that's ever lived in America. He loved this country. He gave everything for it. As it said, first in war, first in peace, first in the hearts of his countrymen. People have tried for generations to dig up dirt on this man. It's not there. So in the darkest days of the war, they were in Valley Forge. In 1777, people were deserting by the thousands. Washington's army had suffered several reverses, and so their situation was desperate. And the Continental Congress wasn't helping. Oftentimes, George Washington was known to go and pray. It was winter, there was a lot of disease and exposure, people were sick, they didn't have shoes. Now, Anthony Sherman was one of the observers. What had happened is that on a particular day, George Washington went out to pray. He came back. This is what Anthony Sherman said. He said his face was pale, a shade paler than usual. He called everybody, all of his officers, into his quarters. Once they were in attendance, he shared with them this story of this experience that he'd had. He said, I'm going to share it with you. This afternoon, as I was sitting at this table engaged in preparing a dispatch, something seemed to disturb me. Looking up, I beheld standing opposite me a singularly beautiful female. So astonished was I, for I had given strict orders not to be disturbed, that it was some moments before I found language to inquire the cause of her presence. A second, a third, even a fourth time did I repeat my question, but received no answer from my mysterious visitor except a slight raising of her eyes. By this time I felt strange sensations spreading through me. I would have risen, but the riveted gaze of the being before me rendered volition impossible. I essayed once more to address her, but my tongue had become useless, as though it had become paralyzed. A new influence, mysterious, potent, irresistible, took possession of me. All I could do was gaze steadily, vacantly at my unknown visitor. Gradually the surrounding atmosphere seemed as if it had become filled with sensations, and luminous. Everything about me seemed to rarefy. The mysterious visitor herself became more airy and yet more distinct to my sight than before. I now began to feel as one dying, or rather experience the sensations which I had sometimes imagined accompany dissolution. I did not think, I did not reason, I did not move. All were alike impossible. I was only conscious of gazing fixedly, vacantly at my companion. Presently I heard a voice saying, "Son of the Republic, look and learn." While at the same time my visitor extended her arm eastwardly, I now beheld a heavy white vapor at some distance rising fold upon fold. This gradually dissipated. I looked upon a strange scene. Before me lay spread out in one vast plain all the countries of the world, Europe, Asia, Africa, and America. I saw rolling and tossing between Europe and America the billows of the Atlantic, and between Asia and America lay the Pacific. "Son of the Republic," said the same mysterious voice as before, "look and learn." At that moment, I beheld a dark, shadowy being, like an angel, standing, or rather floating in midair between Europe and America. Dipping water out of the ocean in the hollow of each hand, he sprinkled some upon America with his right hand, while with his left hand he cast some on Europe. Immediately a cloud raised from these countries and joined in mid-ocean. For a while it seemed stationary, and then it moved slowly westward until it enveloped America in its murky folds. Sharp flashes of lightning gleamed through it at intervals, and I heard the smothered groans and cries of the American people. A second time the angel dipped water from the ocean and sprinkled it out as before. The dark heavy cloud was then drawn back to the ocean, in whose heavy billows it sank from view. A third time I heard the mysterious voice say, "Son of the Republic, look and learn." I cast my eyes upon America and beheld villages and towns and cities springing up one after another until the whole land, from the Atlantic to the Pacific, was dotted with them. Again, I heard the mysterious voice say, Son of the Republic, the end of the century cometh. Look and learn. At this, the dark, shadowy angel turned his face toward, and from Africa I saw an ill-omened specter approach our land. It flitted slowly over every town and city of the latter. The inhabitants presently set themselves in battle array against each other. As I continued looking, I saw a bright angel on whose brow rested a crown of light, and on which traced the word Union, bearing the American flag, which he placed between the divided nation, and said, Remember ye our brethren. Instantly the inhabitants, casting from them their weapons, became friends once more, and united around the national standard. And again I heard the mysterious voice saying, Son of the Republic, look and learn. At this, the dark, shadowy angel placed a trumpet into his mouth and blew 3 distinct blasts. And taking water from the ocean, he sprinkled it on Europe, Asia, and Africa. Then my eyes beheld a fearful scene. From each of these countries arose thick black clouds that were soon joined into one. Throughout this mass were gleamed a dark red light, by which I saw hordes of armed men, who, moving with the cloud, marched by land and sailed by sea to America. Our country was enveloped in the volume of cloud, and I saw these vast armies devastate the whole country. I saw the burning of villages, towns, and cities that I beheld springing up. As my ears listened to the thundering of the cannon, clashing of swords, and the shouts and cries of millions in mortal combat, I heard again the mysterious voice saying, Son of the Republic, look and learn. When the voice had ceased, the dark, shadowy angel placed his trumpet once more to his mouth and blew a long and fearful blast. Instantly, a light, as of 1,000 suns, shone down from above me and pierced and broke into fragments the dark cloud which enveloped America. At the same time, a moment, the angel upon whose head still shone the word Union, and who bore our national flag in one hand and a sword in the other, descended from the heavens, attended by legions of white spirits. These immediately joined the inhabitants of America, who I perceived were well nigh overcome, but who immediately taking courage again, closed up their broken ranks and renewed the battle. Amid the fearful noise of the conflict, I heard the mysterious voice saying, Son of the Republic, look and learn. And the voice ceased, and the shadowy angel for the last time dipped the water from the ocean, sprinkled it upon America. Instantly the dark cloud rolled back, together the armies it had brought, leaving the inhabitants of the land victorious. Then once more I beheld villages, towns, and cities springing up where I had seen them before, while the bright angel, planting the azure standard he had brought in the midst of them, cried with a loud voice, While the stars remain and the heavens send down dew upon the earth, so long shall the Union last. And taking from his brow the crown on which emblazoned the word Union, he placed it upon the standard, while the people kneeling down said, Amen. The scene instantly began to fade and dissolve. I at last saw nothing but the rising, curling vapor I first beheld. This also disappearing, I found myself once more gazing upon the mysterious visitor, who in the same voice I had heard before said, Son of the Republic, what you have seen is thus interpreted. 3 great perils will come upon the Republic. And I will finish that when we come back, about the 3 great perils that will come up or have come upon America. We'll be right back after this. Okay, thank you. We're back. So we've had the vision, and then closing, this mysterious visitor, the female angel that's standing before Washington, says, 3 great perils will come upon the Republic. The most fearful is the third. But in this greatest conflict, the whole world united shall not prevail against her. Let every child of the Republic learn to live for his God, his land, and the Union. With these words, the vision vanished, and I started from my seat and felt that I had seen a vision wherein I had been shown to me the birth, progress, and destiny of the United States. Thus ended General George Washington's vision and prophecy for the United States of America as told in his own words. So if you go back, I encourage you to go back and read the vision and prophecy for yourself. It's clear that the first one is talking about, the first of the three is the Revolutionary War that America overcomes. Then the dark cloud from Africa is all the slaves that are brought here, the nation's divided, and the angel comes out. Remember that you're all brethren. They drop their weapons and they reunite as a country. The third is, according, if you consider George Washington any kind of a valid resource, and I do because I believe he was an inspired man, there's going to be one final conflict in which the globe or the global community unites against America, in which we will emerge victorious. So I'm grateful to be with you. This is Occupy Freedom. Check it out for yourself. Take care, everyone.
So, I am a son of the Republic. Always have been, always will be. And for all of you, sons and daughters of the Republic, let me know what you think. I've been telling people for a long time that we are going to have a third world war, and this country will be invaded. Actually, we're already invaded. We're invaded a while back. Sleeper cells everywhere, just waiting to be activated. And it's just a matter of time. The whole world united against us. The New World Order. This is my other channel. You can find it on YouTube. If you'd like to subscribe, I'm going to start putting more and more videos on Sons of the Republic. So once again, let me know what you think. Leave your comments down in the comment box. Share your thoughts. It's coming. It really is. It's coming. We're going to be caught in a third world war with the whole world united against us. And we're also going to be in a civil war at the same time. So, I truly believe that. Let me know what you think. Talk to you all soon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And for those of you who would like to help out my channel or channels, I'll leave a link in the description. Thanks again.